Hello everybody, my name is Anna from Vinea Games, and today we will talk about Coder.io. In Coder.io we build codes to race our robots to the finish. In this short video tutorial today, we will talk about building some codes and executing them. Before we do that though, let's get into some of the map tiles. The bonfire tile is the starting tile. Players roll the dice when setting up the level to determine the direction in which players must leave this tile. In this example, we rolled a 3, so the path tile goes on the number 3. There are also signpost tiles. Additional code cards will be placed on these signposts that players can collect throughout the levels. There are also certain obstacles in the game. There are pink trees, which players cannot pass and must go around. Then there are mountains, bushes, and fallen trees that players can pass when using the appropriate code cards. And then there are special event tiles, like the portal. If you stop at the portal, you get to roll the location dice twice and your robot gets teleported to the coordinates that you roll. You get to start your next turn from this new location. And here is the flag. It is introduced in the later levels and has to be picked up before you can go to the finish and complete the level. And last but not least, there is the finish. The first robot to reach the finish gets the diamond token of that level. Now that we've talked about the map tiles, let's get into executing some codes. The first player is the expedition leader and gets this torch token. Other players follow clockwise. Mind the turn order though, because code cards, once collected from the map, are no longer available for other players until all the code cards have been collected. Let's start by executing a relatively simple code for Bit. We start by moving one step, then turning 90 degrees in either direction, moving one step again, turning 90 degrees, and jumping. And so Bit has reached the finish. Although, if we were playing level 6, Bit did not collect the flag, and so this would not be valid and Bit would return to the start. Now let's make things a little more complicated. It's Glitch's turn. We're going to start by moving one step again. Now we're going to execute this sequence inside the loop twice. So we're going to turn 90 degrees, duck, and pick up the flag. Then we're going to do it again, turn 90 degrees, duck, and pick up the fallen tree. Then we turn 90 degrees and move one step into the portal. Now we roll the dice twice and move Glitch to the coordinates that we roll. In this case, a 5, which means column number 5, and row number 5. In this case, this is a tree, so Glitch will move to the next available space in the direction he's facing. This is where he finishes his turn and will start the next round. Alright, it's Hexa's turn now. We're going to move one step, and if we move one step, then we pick up. In this case, there's nothing to pick up, so we will move on, but this effect will stay for the rest of the turn. Now we're going to execute this twice. We're going to jump, turn 90 degrees, and pick up this card. We're going to do that twice, so we're going to jump, turn 90 degrees, and pick up this card as well. Now we're going to move one step, and if we moved one step, remember we picked up. So we picked up the fallen tree, so we can continue, and again move one step, and that means we picked up the flag now as well. Then we're going to save our position so we can start from here the next turn. As no players have reached the finish yet, nobody collects the diamond tokens and one life is lost. All players return to the starting tile, unless they use the teleporter like Glitch, or a save card like Hexa. The Expedition Leader token is now passed to the next player. And that's it for today. We hope you liked this overview of the Coder.io gameplay. As you can see, the possibilities are endless and only limited by the deck of code cards you collect throughout the game and your imagination. Thanks for watching and make sure to follow us on Kickstarter.